इसमें नहीं होना है।
रुको रुको रुको, मैं अपने फ़ोन से चेक करती हूँ हो रहा है कि नहीं। हल्ट का पेज चेक करना है ना।
बाकी दो स्ट्रीम को ऑफ कर रहा हूँ।
कितना लाइव है?
इस पर क्लिक करना, लोगो पर क्लिक कर।
यार गुड जॉब।
पीछे से सर इसको ऐसे आना।
बता दिया तो ठीक है, वापस कल कर देंगे। मम्मी को बात करना, हम तो मम्मी को ही लगाया था पहले, किसी बोला तो हम तेरे को लगाया।
दिखा नहीं रहा है।
दो नहीं दिखा रहे हैं, जो दो पहले का स्ट्रीम है ना उसको कैंसिल कर दिया। मैं
टच नहीं कर रहा था, बोर हो रहे थे तो खेल लिए।
राइट साइड में सामने का 5 मिनट हाथी के जस्ट आगे इसे तो पूरा कर देंगे कि हमारा रजिस्टर नहीं किया
हो जाना चाहिए। हम सिर्फ 15 मिनट अटेंड किया, मेरे को भाई जब लाइव कर ही रहे भाई जब लाइव कर ही रहे तो हमको लाइव नहीं करवा देना, अपडेट करवा लाइव डाल रखा है 700 लोग 750 लोग इसको कुर्सी उठा दे पहले
आगे करके लगा दे।
भाई बैग में क्या भर के लाया यार, भारी है क्वेश्चन आंसर करेगा सर? क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन हो सकता है, ओपन क्वेश्चन
एक रूम मिलेगा तो कितना लगेगा?
दोनों ग्रुप मिला के 56,000। मेरा भी कितना लग रहा है?
मेरा कॉस्ट है टीटी ये सब मिला के मेरा 23
क्या सब्जेक्ट
नहीं 2 सब्जेक्ट देखा जाता है।
हाँ टैक्स तो
आधा लॉ का मेरा लग रहा है 29 मेरे सर करवा लीजिए और ऑडिट में कोई देता नहीं है, इंटरनेट से बात देंगे।
कौन है ये बोली
वही नहीं है स्टार्ट किया लगा नहीं था
नहीं, एक दो सीढ़ी गिरे तो लगा नहीं,
छट्टा नहीं लगा ना।
सामने बंदा भी था तो उसकी वजह से बच गए।
यूट्यूब में नहीं, पता नहीं कहाँ बोल रहा, कहीं पे लाइव आएगा।
हल्ट प्राइज
थोड़ा हाथ वाथ लगा कैमरा में, मतलब ऐसे वेव कर। लाइव है, लाइव पीछे से इधर पूरा डिस्प्ले हो रहा है।
चूना लगाना इसको 2 घंटा
आईफोन ही लग रहा है।
I would request you all to be patient and continue maintaining backing as the dignitaries shall shortly enter. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. The dignitaries shall be soon amongst us. Thank you.
सोच रेडी है ऐसी लोकेलिटी में रहते हो
China stole ancient India's famous warfare technique. In today's world, martial arts is mainly practiced in China. Martial arts was in ancient England.
I will now request the audience to kindly take their seats. Father Principal, do I have the permission to begin? Good morning to our august gathering of dignitaries, our esteemed guests, participants, attendees, and all those present here. I welcome our beloved Principal, Reverend Dr. Dominic Savio S.J., St. Xavier's College, Autonomous, Kolkata, Professor Bertram Da Silva, Vice Principal, Department of Arts and Science, Reverend Dr. Joseph Kulandari S.J., Vice Principal, Department of Commerce, Morning, who could not be present here today, but he certainly sends us his blessings. However, we do have the Dean of BCom Morning, Dr. Amitava Roy, Reverend Dr. Peter Arokyam S.J., Vice Principal, Department of Commerce, Evening, MCom and BMS, Dr. Swati Sarkar, Vice Principal, Department of Education, Reverend Father Johnson Pariara SJ, Vice Principal, Raghanpur Campus, who could not be present here today, but he sends us his blessings, and a professor in charge, Dr. Tidar Sen Gupta, distinguished guests, working committee members, and dear students. I heartily welcome you all to the opening ceremony of Exhult 2023, organized by Hult Prize St. Xavier's College, Autonomous Kolkata, in association with the Telegraph and Selwell One. Radio partner 91.9, Apparel partner Amul Florio, Ecosystem partner Switch On Foundation, Event partner Marcho Hint, Refreshment partner Roliki Toli, Digital partner T2 Online, Footwear partner Impacto, and Food partner Child Break. 3 years ago, when St. Xavier's College, Autonomous Kolkata joined hands with the Hult Prize community, we were determined to not only retain the movement, but also to spread it further amongst the students. And here we stand, more ready than ever to make it even bigger this year, with an even more, if not equal, energy and motivation. Today, as we host Exhult 2023, we sincerely hope to impart experiences that shall be etched in one and all's minds. Before we proceed, I would like to request our dignitaries to kindly join us on stage, please. Now, I would like to request our volunteers to escort our much esteemed dignitaries on the dais. Before we commence, let us start by taking a peek into the journey of the Hult Prize Foundation, which has been actively transforming how young people envision their own possibilities as leaders of potential change in the world around them. With a global startup prize as its anchor activity, the Hult Prize has brought about impact-focused programs, events, and training to over 1 million students globally, creating a pathway for the youth to take action to build a better and more sustainable world. The Hult Prize continues to be a disruptive leader in social entrepreneurship and youth empowerment for the 21st century. It was in 2019 that St. Xavier's College, Autonomous Kolkata joined hands with Hult Prize community to bring about impactful change. And since then, the journey has been creating an enriching space for both the students as well as members alike. The opening ceremony would be incomplete without mentioning about the On-Campus Awards of 2023, under which our college, St. Xavier's College, Autonomous Kolkata, has been nominated under the South and Central Asia category. And Ashi Agarwal, the campus director of Hult Prize and the final year BSc Economics student, shall be representing our college in Paris this year. With that, we have gathered here for another year of Exhult, an event that is all about learning, widening perspectives, and testing one's limit, where each individual shall push themselves in order to realize their true potential. The event has been curated to foster holistic development amongst all by the organization of a diverse range of events, spanning from speaker sessions to workshops. A perfectly integrated curation of events, which is a one-time exclusive events conducted for the students of St. Xavier's College, Autonomous Kolkata, so that they can make the most of their college experience and enrich their college life with events of such great caliber and impact. As we begin the opening ceremony, I would now like to request our dignitaries to kindly light the ceremonial lamp. would like to request our professor in charge, Dr. Exhult’23, to kindly felicitate our beloved Father Principal, Reverend Dr. Dominic Savio SJ. I would like to request Ashi Agarwal, a final year student of BSc Economics and campus director of Hult Prize, to kindly felicitate Professor Bertram Da Silva, Vice Principal, Department of Arts and Science. Thank you, sir. I would like to request Mohammed Tauqi Siddiqui, a final year student of BCom Evening, to felicitate Dr. Peter Arokyam SJ, Vice Principal, Department of Commerce Evening, MCom and BMS. Thank you, Father. I would like to request Sarnika Gadla, a final year student of BCom Evening, to kindly felicitate Dr. Swati Sarkar, Vice Principal, Department of Education. Thank you, ma'am. I would now like to request our beloved Father Principal to kindly felicitate our speaker for today, Ms. Paulumi Roy. Thank you, Father. Thank you, ma'am. I would now like to take this opportunity to invite Father Principal to deliver the welcome address and to enlighten us about Hult Prize SXC's journey.
Thank you very much. Very good morning to all of you. Professor Bertram Da Silva, the Vice Principal of Arts and Science, Reverend Father Dr. Peter Arokyam, the Vice Principal, Dr. Swati Sarkar, the Vice Principal of the Department of Education, Professor Kuldeep Sengupta, Professor in charge of Hult Prize, Ms. Paulumi Roy, and I don't know the name, but you know, to make our speaker for this morning session, and other dignitaries, respected Professor Amita Roy, the Dean of Commerce morning, and participants, faculty members, and our dear students. As Mr. Fuller clearly enunciated, I quote, "You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete." Unquote. At St. Xavier's College, Autonomous Kolkata, students are invariably encouraged to question the status quo and develop novel models of change. It fills with the profound pride that the Hult Prize at St. Xavier's College, Autonomous Kolkata, in alliance with the Hult Prize Foundation, has been triumphant in building a community of change via social entrepreneurship. We take utmost pleasure in hosting the 4th edition of Exhult this year in 2023, themed Explore the Extraordinary, which is a precursor to our flagship event, the OnCampus Program, where we wait for the Hult community to announce the dates on campus awards and the challenge for this year. Our universe emerged from singularity and created a bundle of opportunities to explore, ranging from the ordinary to something extremely extraordinary in this infinite cosmos. In this edition of Exhult, fresh students, fresh Zavarians from our college will have the opportunity to delve deeply into the field of entrepreneurship and discover something remarkable within themselves. Exhult's prior iteration, which emphasized igniting change, was undoubtedly successful. We were able to create a fantastic community of aspiring change makers. Thanks to over 200 students, we attracted to a variety of activities, from workshops to speaker sessions. In addition, I am proud to inform you all that last year, the Hult Prize, St. James College Autonomous Kolkata, also represented the entire country in the OnCampus Awards 2022, organized by Hult Prize Foundation in Nairobi, Kenya. This year too, as announced by the MC, the team has been nominated for the OnCampus Awards 2023 to be held in Paris, France. Now let me extend a warm greetings to our keynote speaker, Ms. Paulo Mirai, CMO, RSX Global Joy Personal Care, and our mentors, Mr. Sunil Chandrasaha, CEO and co-founder of Blue Tea, Mr. Sanjay Kumar Srivastava, CFO, Tata Steel Long Products Limited, and Mr. Fiaz Saraf, CEO and co-founder of Dot and Key at the opening ceremony of Exhult 2023. I also take this moment to convey my heartfelt appreciation to the Hult Prize team members, especially their campus director, R.C. Agarwal, who under the guidance of a professor in charge, Dr. Kuldeep Sengupta, has worked day and night for the last few months to execute ideas and convert them into reality today. Exhult 2023 is a group-breaking initiative aimed at educating students about entrepreneurship in a thrilling fashion. I wish our students the best of luck as they step forward for this convivial journey today. Thank you. May God bless you.
Thank you, Father, for that insightful address. I'm sure that the audience found it equally meaningful. I would like to request Father Principal to unveil the first newsletter of Hult Prize St. Xavier's College, Autonomous Kolkata, known as the Pink Letter, keeping it in tangent with the pink color of the Hult Prize. I would also request the Vice Principals to accept a hard copy of a first newsletter as well. May I now take this opportunity to invite the campus director of Hult Prize, R.C. Agarwal, to address the audience. Good morning to our august gathering of dignitaries, esteemed guests, faculty members, participants, and our audience members. Ever since its inception, 10 years ago, The Hult Prize Foundation has been revolutionary in cascading ideas that strive to transform social entrepreneurship. So when our prestigious institution, St. Xavier's College Autonomous Kolkata, joined this crusade, we were ecstatic to make room for innovation to drive change. Hult Prize St. Xavier's College Autonomous Kolkata has always been instrumental in promoting ideas, inspiration, and innovation. Exhult, initially devised as a precursor to a flagship on-campus program, now aims to purvey a platform for the freshers of our college, paving the way for limitless opportunities for them. This year, as we explore the extraordinary at Exhult 2023, we hope to implore a cognizant yet fun experience, starting from our coveted opening ceremony, workshops, quizzes, spreading over to the semi-finals and finals tomorrow, involving a rigorous round of auctions, case studies, debates, and business plans. It's going to be a euphoric journey. Moreover, I take immense pride in reiterating our nomination at the OnCampus Awards 2023, which will be hosted in Paris, France on 22nd of September. Before I walk away, I would like to take this moment to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our respected Father Principal, our beloved Vice Principals, and our Professor in charge for their unwavering support and guidance. I also take this moment to thank the board members and the working committee members of our team, without whom the event would not have been possible. I wish all the participants all the very best. Thank you. I thank Kashi for that thought-provoking speech. I would now like to request our Father Principal to kindly declare Exhult 2023 open.
On behalf of all the dignitaries seated here and my dear students, I declare Exhult 2023 open.
Thank you, Father. I would now like to request Reverend Dr. Peter Arokiam SG, Vice Principal, Department of BCom Evening, MCom and BMS, to kindly felicitate our Professor in charge, Dr. Tridil Sengupta. Thank you, Father. Thank you, sir. I would now like to invite our Professor in charge, Dr. Tridil Sengupta, to kindly express his gratitude to the dignitaries and the audience.
A very good morning to one and all present here today. Our beloved Principal, Reverend Dr. Dominic Savio, Vice Principals, Professor Bertram De Silva, Reverend Dr. Peter Arokiam, Dr. Swati Sarkar, and our honored speaker, Ms. Poulomi Roy, and the Dean of Commerce Morning, Dr. Amitabo Roy, my dear students. We gather here for yet another path-breaking chapter and effort by the Hult team at St. Xavier's College. Few years back, we embarked upon this journey of helping the young minds to shape future better, roll out plans. Hult gives us a theme every year. We are waiting for this year's theme. Last year it was sustainable materials. Year before last was food supply. So this year we are waiting for the theme to be announced and the dates for the on-campus. While we do that, we welcome the newcomers and we want to make them ready for the ultimate competition. In two successive years, we have gone to the international round, hopefully with the guidance of some of our very good supporters like Professor Chandradip Mitro and others who have helped us to shape, make better plans with every round improving. And what is the proud moment as for the vision of Father Principal, who is our captain and guiding us in all direction. the representative of the Hult team is from all departments, including B.Ed, M.Com, Raghavpur campus. That's a proud moment for us because we get the support of all UG/PG departments. And we all come together to shape up our future in a better manner by delving into fantastic ideas and innovative practices. Very heartfelt thanks to my team members, the core committee members comprising of Ashi Agarwal, the campus director, the joint secretaries Sanika Gadia, Mohammad Tawqir Siddiqui, head of finance, Mohit Patawa, head of external public relations, Utkarsh Subham, head of content, Anushka Seth, head of internal public relations, Yashvardhan Sharma, joint head of project management, Vaibhav Agarwal and Zohib Saigal, head of brand marketing, Arpit Goel, head of students outreach experience, Vanshika Vyas, and all the other working committee members. You please try to appreciate the support given to us by our authorities, ably led by Father Principal, who accommodates us and our request even at odd hours. He is so busy, Vice Principals are occupied, but they always have a kind word for us and our students and lending us a helping hand whenever we spread it out to them. So under their blessings we move from strength to strength, and that is our driving force. And the student community who have come up with innovative ideas like why wait for one Hult on campus throughout the year, why not gear up the students, give them some motivation meanwhile to prepare and gather some more knowledge and prepare themselves for the final rounds. Hence we came up with Exhult. Again the same student community has driven us to come out with the first pink letter this year in order to update about Hult. Hult, you know, is not that very well known among educational institutes, and this competition is only offered to a handful of institutions like IIM, XLRI, St. Xavier's College, Jadavpur University. So that in order to popularize that and to spread the concept amongst our student fraternity, we have started with this newsletter this year with Father's blessing, and we hope to move forward and take bigger steps with your support and Father's blessings. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I would now like to request the volunteers to kindly escort the dignitaries back.
मॉर्निंग का नहीं है भैया कौन है टाटा स्टील लूटी तो लूटी आया था
With that, we now have the speaker session for today. Ms. Colony Roy, a woman of experience, ambitions, and dedication. The CMO of RSH Global, the 6th largest skincare company in India, which empowers women not to align with standard definitions of beauty set by others. A recipient of several awards, ranging from Impact of 40 under 40 marketers in India, IndianTelevision.com, Wonder Woman 2023, etc. And it could not have gotten any better because ma'am has also served on the juries for several renowned awards, including the FE of India Awards 2022, the Emmy Awards jury, and the ET Brand Equity Shark Awards 2022. Ma'am, you now have the floor.
Good morning, everyone. Audible, right? Am I audible?
Yes.
Wow, good crowd. So many of you. Okay, so Hult it is the biggest platform to demonstrate social entrepreneurship. To what do I owe the honor of standing here today to speak to all of you? Is it my professional designation? Well, that should not be the only case. Hence, it's important for me to tell you what I did, what I do, and why I do. Maybe while sharing these milestones for my journey, there will be bits that you'll remember me for. But I can promise one thing, I'm going to keep honesty at the core of this rendezvous today. No made-up stories. And you're free to ask me and stop me and talk to me whenever you want. My encounter with concepts like socialism and capitalism happened while I was pursuing the discipline of liberal arts. It was important to understand these in depth in order to amalgamate the necessary elements while manifesting social entrepreneurship, which is the need of this hour. But what do you mean by entrepreneurship? I think currently it's a flavor of the season, and thanks to the unstoppable narrative in media, we all know about entrepreneurship. But what's with this social angle? Why is it the need of the hour? Is it because post-pandemic concepts like sustainability has taken center stage of political, academic, and managerial debate? Well, a tectonic shift in mindset is clearly visible. But what do you mean by sustainability? What exactly does this mean? Does it mean less use of plastic, use of hydroelectricity, reduce carbon footprints? Well, it is all of this, but a little more and much more than this. So here, according to the Bertland report of World Commission on Environment and Development of 1987 defines, and I quote, sustainable development is a development that meets the need of the present generation without compromising their ability to meet the needs of the future generation. Now, based on this, there are three components of development: economic growth, environmental protection, and social equality. My observation in India, as entrepreneurs, as corporates, and people in position to drive business vertical, often pivot themselves to business growth and do adhere to the best of their possibility for the environmental protection. Not many strive for social equality. While driving the marketing vertical of a skincare company for the last 9 years, I've fostered the idea of building a brand that thrives its business, or rather finds its purpose, in voicing a strong opinion on social equality for sustainable development. At a product level, we wanted to make quality products at affordable price point and reach out to the masses. At an emotional level, we wanted to break every stereotype and prejudice that is attached to beauty, skincare, and represent a more inclusive world. Now, skincare as a subject in India, prima facie is a subject for women, and beauty products and brands have promoted unrealistic standards and definitions of beauty. Now, here I am, leading a young challenger brand, trying to make a foothold in a field that is dominated by MNCs. The obvious way was to follow the lead and do what others were doing at that point of time. But my absolute belief in social equality for sustainable development led me to do otherwise. I joined the dots and convinced myself perhaps this is the time I should apply my knowledge of studying liberal arts to full use. I have to look at society and its people and the world at large from a wider lens to make a deeper impact. I cannot restrict myself in pursuing a myopic vision of women and beauty and try for this business. Therefore, while crafting the brand strategy, I operated from a space of being fearless, kept empathy at the core, and have always prioritized EQ over IQ. This belief was the foundation of many campaigns and initiatives since 2015, like signing an oversized celebrity like Bharti Singh as a brand ambassador for skincare product, followed by Just Empower One campaign, which was created to raise awareness and empower acid attack survivors, or Being Equal, which spoke about equal opportunity for women in sports, or a month-long campaign to address the need of sex workers and transgender during the pandemic, and more. I would like to take a minute of yours to show you 2 AV, which perhaps encapsulates the intent, the endeavor, and the manifestation of the work. If I may please have the AV.
The horrific acid attack. The menace of acid attacks in our country. Every year, over 200 women are victims of acid attacks in India. These attacks don't just disfigure their face, but also leave deep psychological scars.
23 অক্টোবর 2017 সাল আমি শ্বশুরবাড়িতে রান্না করছিলাম। হঠাৎ তখনই কি হয়, পিছন থেকে শ্বশুর ভাসুর হঠাৎ দেখে হাতে ছিল অ্যাসিড। ওরা যখন আমায় ধরে নিল, আমাকে অ্যাসিডটা ছোড়া হলো, যেটা আমার জীবনের কারণে দাঁড়ালো। সর্বস্ব জ্বলে যাচ্ছে। আমি যে গ্র্যাজুয়েট সেটা প্রমাণ করে আমাকে একটা চাকরির দরকার, আমাকে ইনকাম করে খেতে হবে। আমার যে কোনো যেই হোক না, কেউ যদি বলে এখন গ্র্যাজুয়েশন হয়ে ওর অন্য জিনিসগুলো বয়ে এনে দে, সেটাও আমি করবো, কারণ আমার কাজের খুব দরকার, কারণ আমি আমার বাবা মার উপর ভর করতে পারছি না।
As a first step, we hired Pampa as a working professional at our organization. We then leveraged social media channels to promote our Just Empower One campaign, featuring AR filters and motive creators, pop culture messaging, influencer activity, and video snippets giving a sneak peek into the life of Pampa, with the aim to drive people to just empower one website. The final step was to donate 1 rupee for every click on the support button on the microsite to Atijeevan Foundation, an NGO that works with supporting acid attack victims.
It's wonderful to see Joy stepping up and walking the talk about the empowerment of acid attack survivors.
The campaign was a resounding success with over 200,000 clicks and several more survivors finding placement in jobs across the country.
কনফিডেন্স বাড়ছে আমার যে হ্যাঁ আমি পারবো।
With Just Empower One, we aspire to sensitize people towards the cause so that every survivor walks with their head up high.
The horrific acid attack.
India, the world's largest democracy, is poised to be a 5 trillion economy. But gender bias is holding women, a significant portion of the workforce, back. Our patriarchal society continues to give preference to the male child over female.
আমি কিন্তু ভালো হতো, তোর দিন আমার মাঝে ভালো হয় না।
त्याला पण फ्रीली इझिली सगळं मिळायचं. पण त्या सेम गोष्टीसाठी आम्हाला कारण नसताना झगडावं लागायचं.
माझी मोठी बहीण आहे आणि माझी अशी होती की तिने माझ्यापेक्षा जास्त शिकावं, पण असं काही झालं नाही. शेवटी तिचं लवकर लग्न लावण्यात आलं.
But as a brand that celebrates women and believes in equality, we decided to start a conversation.
कितना अजीब है कि तुम्हारे खेल में जीत तो है और जश्न नहीं, कि तुम्हें सब थिरकते हुए तुम देखना चाहते हैं और चौके चौके लगाते हुए नहीं। कितना अजीब है कि ये खेल जितना हमारा है उतना तुम्हारा नहीं। अजीब है ना?
We turned our lens to sports in India and collaborated with Kolkata Knight Riders, a massively popular cricket team that is part of the Indian Premier League, a tournament that draws over 400 million viewers every season. With the three most popular players as our brand face, we asked, why is the game of cricket not celebrated equally for men and women? It summarized the truth that society at large is responsible for this disparity. The brand film was aired frequently while the tournament played on air, and the conversation got picked up by social media influencers.
Join KTR's brand then released a powerful brand film.
Approximately 5 months after the campaign, the BCCI decided to give an equal pay to women cricketers and set the ball in motion for the commencement of the Women's Premier League. We rejoice with victory that our campaign was part of this historic moment and feel empowered in knowing that together we can bring a change.
So now the question is, how did this help the business and the society? This vision helped us to become one of the largest Indian homegrown skincare brands. Why? Because we went beyond a rational proposition. Because we represented a larger mass. Because we were inclusive. Because we were fulfilling beyond physiological needs. Because the brand found a purpose. And what problem did we solve for the society? At a product level, we did have a special range of product that we got for hypersensitive skin of burn victim and acid attack survivors. But our bigger agenda was to be a catalyst of change. We represented, spoke about real women. Stereotypes related to color, skin, gender, behavior, and so many others that have held back women for years to reach their full potential. And now it needs to be spoken and broken for a sustainable development of the society. Remember, every human being wants to be accepted, represented, and nurtured in this world. Your product, your service should be able to identify and address a real physiological or psychological need of a set of people, and there your journey begins. The idea of bringing about a change in the world is very fulfilling for a young mind. Let that not ever change. It's important to be a part or be the cause of any change. While you're at it, you will not be able to connect the dot. But once you have passed that stage and you look back, you'll be able to connect the dots. Don't fit into any mold. Respect differences in form and opinion. Operate with empathy, not sympathy. You're born to make a difference, just make it large. Thank you so much, guys, and I'm more than happy to interact with you guys, and if you have any questions for me. Thank you. Oh, there's somebody. So yeah, to answer your question, A, she was with us while this issue was not there, but as far as brands are concerned, when there are celebrities that are attached to your brand, there will be certain amount of positivity that will rub off to your brand. At the same time, how you tackle that particular situation, because you will never find a situation where a celebrity comes on board and you do not have to deal with certain other elements of their life. We didn't have to go through that phase at that point of time because she wasn't associated with the brand at that very moment. Yeah.
And what was your strategy while picking up Kriti Sanon as a hiring Kriti Sanon as your ad film artist?
Right. So I'll tell you, there was a big, so the year we launched Bharti campaign, I think the very next moment, everybody was looking forward for the fact that, oh, next time it will be maybe extremely tall woman or extremely dark woman and all. But if you go back by the philosophy or what we did come back and made the premise of Joy as that every woman is more beautiful. Now, we do not say that somebody with a particular figure is not beautiful and she is beautiful. For us, what we're saying is, do not typecast. You can be oversized yet be beautiful. You can be slim yet be beautiful. You can be trans, you could be beautiful. You can be a woman of a different sexual orientation, you could be beautiful. So the idea was to represent every kind, not just the ones that talk about, okay, now we have represented somebody who is oversized, the next one will be somebody who will be a dark skin type. So that's the reason that after Bharti's campaign, you will find several other campaigns along with the transgender campaign. You will also have a Kriti who is a regular face, like a regular girl. But every time you go and see a ad of Kriti Sanon also, you will see her not talking about, again, the typical beauty standard. She's being used as a person who talks about the real challenges or the myths or the stereotypes that are attached with the overall beauty space. Was I able to answer you?
Yeah.
Any questions?
How is it like dealing with competitions such as Nivea or the brands that are already big and have a lot of market and audience in this country?
Right. So, yeah, as I mentioned, that as a challenger brand, the biggest decision was what do we do? How do we go about being in competition with the MNCs? Of course, they have more power to invest in terms of the kind of mediums that they'll be using and talking and doing stuff. I think I pivoted the entire thing on innovation. Let's be different. When it comes to the media, marketing or promotion part of any product, there are two aspects to it. A, what do you speak differently? And how much money do you have to promote it? When it comes to budgets, you will always have a finite amount of budgets left with you. And especially when you're competing with giants, you will always be in a space of having a little less than them when it comes to promotional monies. So there you come in and you start saying that, okay, then let me talk something different and let's see if this resonates. Also, what we did and what I felt helped us is because we were a homegrown brand. I personally took the entire team and we did a 6 months research. Okay, it was a field research in various parts of India, like UP, Rajasthan, Bengal, interiors, everywhere. And we spoke to women of every age group, and it was a qualitative research, right? And I feel as Indian homegrown brand, the way we could connect with our consumers, okay, and really go down there and come to know what exactly they're looking for, what are the pain points. And when you ask them, it's not a very literal conversation that you have with them, that you need this, you use this, no. You actually go to their houses, you see the kind of products they use, what are the ancillary elements that are there, what do they think about the child, what do they think about the family, what are the kind of mediums that they're consuming, and get into their life in a manner to get as many observations as possible and then convert them into a relevant insight. And that's where actually our premise also came. I feel that was an edge for us over the MNCs. Because yes, MNCs also go in for researches and all, but being closer to your culture, being closer to your consumer, hands-on understanding of what their needs are, what are the gaps, what are they speaking about, what is it that's there in their mind, helps you have an edge over there. I think that helped us while we were planning, whether at a product level or at a communication level, that helped us a lot. Because we felt that we're in his skin. So all you need is a product to maintain who you are. You do not need something to change yourself. So at Journey, have products which tell you that after using this you're going to get fairer, taller, darker, smarter. No, we say this is what you are, maintain yourself, and that should be good enough. Those very close observations that we could do with our consumers, I think helped us to have an edge. And we thought, okay, we're going to make head on. And since it's coming from our consumers, there's no way that we could go wrong. So those are the elements, I think, which helped us.
Since you have talked about women as the brand, most of the skincare brands have a primary audience of women. But I think that hygiene and skincare is it's a natural need of no matter what your gender or what your sex is. So aren't these brands, I'm talking about almost every skincare brand, aren't they stereotyping women as a specific, okay, these are feminine products and men usually don't need anything more, like let's say moisturizer, okay, men don't need it, they can just wash their face with water and then go to work. I think, don't you think that's happening?
Brilliant. You spoke my mind, and you're about to see something very different from Joy soon. Yes, time has come. That's what we are talking about. You know what? The moisturization was bought by the woman of the house and all of that, and the men generally used it. I think, and this is not a man-woman debate that I'm getting into. We can always have this conversation later. This is typically for the skincare and the hygiene product. Over the years, and that's what a little bit of history helps us to understand, that somewhere we feel that men are the God's gift to mankind and they don't need any kind of grooming, which is not true. They also need it. Okay. Now there has been a lot of products and communication saying that मर्दों को अलग चीज की जरूरत होगी. Correct? The question is, there are certain elements like the smell that they like, or maybe the toughness of the skin requires a certain thing. But you're right, and I do have a problem with that, and I have started. So if you see the KKR film, that was based on the stereotypical thing again, when they say that sports is men. Skincare as such, why was it, what was this whole idea of dedicating it, saying the core TG is a woman? So historically what used to happen is that the choice decision was with the women and the purchase decision of taking on the money was with the man. That's how it has been. But over the years, if I have to break down your question into two parts, that, okay, is it not true that even men require skincare and hygiene? Yes, they do. There is a section like razors or other stuff that they require for their grooming. What about skincare? I think of late, in the last couple of years, we have seen the shift already. Whether it is makeup brands or whether it is skincare brands, they are addressing men as well. But the larger question is whether the representation is happening. And I would like to take that forward from what you said. It is not about even a man or a woman. I think when it comes to the representation of gender, we have a very myopic view. Unfortunately, I don't know how many of us even realize that there are almost 72 to 73 genders. We just talk of 2-3 of them. So the second part of the question is there a need to represent? Yes, there is, and the change should come. And I'm very happy to say that you will see brands like us making those changes and those representation in media very soon. It is important. The representation in media through advertisement of various genders using products and not stereotyping it to be, okay, this is going to be used only by women and it's a feminine product. And yes, the attributes of certain product can be more for a different skin type. but definitely it should not be in a situation of highlighting a particular gender and asset. Thank you. Thank you.
It was very inspiring to see the story of that acid attack survivor. I would like to know, since change starts from when you invited an acid attack survivor to work in your organization, how did the employees respond and how did you change their mindset toward accepting that employee just as an employee?
Brilliant question. I'll tell you why I say it's a brilliant question, because this is something I've faced. And we're dealing that over there. So when we had POMPA, so when you're dealing with an acid attack survivor, there are a couple of things. A, their physiological needs are very different. They go through a lot of surgeries. And then you also have to counsel them, because such a big trauma in life is not easy to deal with. Imagine one time you get up and you see that everything changes around you. And the disapproval of their change starts from their home. Okay? The loved ones are the ones who push them away. And if you guys have gone through the Maslow's theory of need, it just reverses for them. So even getting a square meal a day becomes very difficult. So the first thing was, let's try to get them, empowered by making them financially independent. Now in the course of that journey, there are a lot of corporate guidance that has happened, and corporates have actually rules of. But as you mentioned, I still felt there is an undercurrent. So I was talking to Pragya, you would have seen her in a video. She's an acid attack survivor and she runs this NGO called Atijeevan. And this year while I was talking to them, I said, what can we do more? And she brought up the same question. That suppose there are 10 to 12 girls who got a job, out of which we see dropout. Why? They're like, you know what? Everything is fine, but there is always a subtle discomfort that they face. There's an undercurrent of not, feeling equal amongst their peers. And that is something, and so we are again working on that project as well, wherein it is important that we start normalizing ourselves to this. Now, if you observe, as human beings, we have a problem. We keep looking for same things. Not similarity, but same. Anybody who is too short, too long, too dark, too fair, we kind of have a, that kind. I think the biggest challenge now lies with all of us to internalize this fact that it's okay if that other person is just not a replica of me. Okay? How difficult it is for us to evolve to that level, saying, but why do we look for a mirror representation of us? And that brings me to the point of actually nurturing your EQ level. When I say EQ, it's called the emotional quotient, right? I'll give you a very simple example. Most of us are habituated for sympathy. Okay, you give a certain thing and you get your way out. Okay, he needs help, I give. Suppose somebody is in not an economic well-off situation. You want to do good by giving a certain amount of money and coming back. But a lot of us don't work on the fact that, am I in a position to create something through which he or she can earn their own living? Now, I'll give you this example is because it's a journey wherein you have to start developing your EQ, which means your emotional quotient, which means understanding somebody else from their perspective. It's going to be a very big journey for any individual. So, and I say this with a lot of pride that I have a very average IQ. But EQ is something I would like to say that I've developed an EQ which really helps me drive a business and people and surroundings in a way that nobody can. Why? Unless we start working on our EQ, we will never be in a position to make a world or be a society which stands up and say it's okay if that other person or that other thing is not like me. It's Why can't I take an effort to know why is this person speaking in this manner? Why is this person behaving in this manner? Once your self-actualization comes to that level, this comes naturally. And you're very right. You're very right that as a society, we have to work. And that is the reason I think these topics, these gatherings are very important. We need to talk, we need to debate, we need to hear, we need to understand. A lot of people might say, oh, these are free trial causes, it's happened to some. It's true. It's happened to 500 to 600 girls in a year. Every year, that's what the number is. Out of which 200 to 300 of them survive. That's a very small number. ना अभी तो हम लोग आदमी औरत के झगड़े में पड़े हुए हैं. तो वो तो बहुत छोटा number है. That's a very small number to be taken care of. But why not? Aren't they human beings? Aren't they not supposed to be treated the way we are? What happens to them just after that incident? Everything changes, and how are we dealing with it? So this whole, as a society, there is a lot of things we need to work towards. I think one of the very important things that you mentioned, while you put up policies, you put up everything right, you do things to help them, empower them, but as a society, we need to start developing our EQ. We need to be, self-assuring ourselves. It's okay to be around people and listen to people and know people who are different or normalize their difference. A reaction of yours could make and break a day of another person. I'm so happy you asked this. It's a very relevant and pertinent question today. It's been it's okay. It's okay. Go ahead.
According to me, the whole session was about acceptance and equality. According to that, Indian stereotype doesn't follow it. So to break through the Indian stereotype, we need to do rigorous surveys and all. As to me, in my opinion, to do that, we need huge amounts of funds. To quote your statement, you said you are a home grower. I am assuming it's huge. So what are the plans to tackle this? Are you going to bootstrap in future, or are you planning for an idea?
So that is a very managerial discussion, but yes, you're right. Funds, okay, that's something that everybody needs to work around. But like the way my organization works is, we do not work on external funding in Exhult at this point in time. We have had a P&L and a balance sheet which helps us do that, but it's